As Sarah just said, my name is Gabrielle Chamberlain, and I go to the Telluride Mountain School. All dentists are the same, but they're not. I did 4 different dental internships this summer at Burke's Prosthodontics, Pediatric Dentistry of Reading, Reading Orthodontics Group, and Burke's Oral Surgery and Dental Implant Center. A view into the offices looked like this. This one in the upper left corner was the pediatric dentist. You can tell because that's one of those scary crocodiles that dentists used to have. My interest in dentistry started when I started having braces. This was because I had already gone through a lot of dental work and had smashed my 2 front teeth and just been in a dentist's office a lot and personally never had a bad experience. And then I had braces on and I was just amazed on everything that was happening. I had a mentorship at Elevated Dental, and that really sparked my interest and made me know that this was what I loved. My favorite practice was the pediatric dentist's office. On the right there, you can see a surgical case that we had because Dr. Beth would take patients into surgery when they weren't comfortable having work done in the office. I also learned a lot of cool techniques, like ways that the doctor would be able to trick kids into thinking that they weren't having a shot, and some kids didn't know that they had had a tooth removed until their parents showed it to them after the appointment. So, let me just press play on this. This is a video of when Dr. Beth would take students into the surgery center. This was a 3-year-old girl. She had major tooth decay and had to have basically her entire tooth shaved down until it was so thin that it could have snapped, and then had full crowns put on all of her teeth. They're very delicate, so her life is different now, but she also will hopefully have a lot of new opportunities because it changes a person's face when they have different teeth. My next favorite practice was Burke's Oral Surgery. The dental team, these were my favorites, was on the right, and then the middle is what one of the surgical rooms would look like, with the rolling thing being where the anesthesia all goes. And then actually on my first day, I almost passed out a couple times. And so this room right next to me ended up being called Gabby's recovery room, recovery room 11. And one of the nurses, every time I would walk around the corner, would shove a glass of pink lemonade down my throat because I looked pale. But yeah. And then this was me at Reading Orthodontics Group and the Prosthodontics Group. I got to do a lot of lab work with these 2 groups, and it really just brought me back to when I was working at Elevated Dental because I did a lot of lab work there as well. At the prosthodontics office, I got to make whitening trays again and actually taught her a new technique on how to do that, so that was pretty neat. During my free time, I got to meet up with friends that I had made on past trips, hang out with my host family for the last week of my internship because I was actually living alone for the first 3 weeks in their house, and then hang out with the fish if it wasn't too hot or stormy outside. I'd like to say thank you and keep flossing. Have a great night.
Keep flossing. Thank you.